All right, and we should be good to go. Fantastic. All right. Well, hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to Fast Start. There's like so much growth happening right now in a good way. Like all day has just been all types of calls and good things. So, as we're doing that, we like to have these opportunities to be able to give just extra ways for you to this call specifically is called Fast Start Q&A. We haven't done much Q&A on this call because recently we have onboarded with a brand new onboarding system. So you want to make sure the teams that are duplicating the fastest, what they're doing is they're taking our onboarding link, they're going through this, and they're double checking it with their team. Are they getting plugged into the groups? I was doing this all today. We have an incredible system. It's all super organized, but at the same time, who here has ever tried to put together something like furniture and then you got it wrong before, even though they gave you instructions, right? Like, I'm the type of person, I'm the worst with furniture. I'm that guy that, IKEA furniture, they give you the instructions, supposed to be pretty self-explanatory. I'm the guy that breaks it open, gets a big ego, thinks I can do it. I kind of read the instructions, I go through it, and at the end, I miss one piece. And then I'm like, in fact, I'll throw myself under the bus. Literally today, so we're changing a water filter on our fridge for the first time. And I bought a filter. It came in today, and guess what? This dum-dum got the wrong filter, of course, and I should have just read the instructions. So with that said, hey guys, that's why it's important when it comes to this fast start to make sure that you go through it, you read all the instructions, but also with your teammates that you're helping them. You're making sure. Pia says this really well. What's up, Pia? Great to see you. I'm just doing quick onboarding here. Is that you want to be able to use this and help, like use this as a tool. Use this and walk people through it. That's the best way to utilize this. Or if you're giving it to somebody, double check their work. Like have them send you their smart link if they put it together. Have them send you and tell you once they actually posted the launch post. Like you want to just double check, dot the I's and cross the T's. All right, dot the I's and cross the T's. And as you do that, you're going to see how the success can really start to come. I know. But we got Miss Pia here. I know we've just been so busy. Pia, your life has been all types of fun and crazy. I know. Tell us how you're feeling right now.
Can I tell you a secret?
Yes, please.
I'm gonna do 10 and 2 my record time.
Come on.
Record time since the 22nd. I'm almost there.
Let's go. That's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. And that's the tip here, right? Is we need to have a focus. So, and I'm curious, has anyone here not launched your business yet? You haven't made your launch post? If so, put a me in the comments below just so we know, because that's going to be one of our goals today. But one of the big tips is to have that 10 and 2 in mind and have that goal to really be obsessed about it. So that is awesome. All right. But Pia is a social media superstar now. So congrats.
I don't know about that. 80,000 views now. It's just like insane.
80,000 views. Oh my gosh. Who here would love it if you had a ton of leads coming to you that you did not know, by the way? Like, that's awesome, right? And the way to do it, though, is you're mastering the basics and you're mastering the fundamentals. So let's do this for now, Pia. I'd actually like to leave today with some actually interaction and Q&A. There's just so much buzz that's happening here. But do you mind, Pia, going through just what's important? Let's assume that we went through this launch week or we went through this onboarding 5 steps, and then we're going into the actual launch week. Like these are the essentials. Like if you want to have tons of people, like how many customers now have you gotten from your Instagram? Would you say?
Gosh, this happened on the last couple of days. So yeah. eight overnight.
Eight overnight. Come on. I'm talking about that's what waking up to residual income looks like right there, you know? So, but the way you're doing that is I know you are so big on making sure that you have your daily DMOs down. You've gone through your launch week. You do everything to the T, to the point that you train this as well too. But do you mind walking us through kind of just your philosophy through this, and to teach us some of what we need to do? What do you even see might be missing as well too?
Sure. I think it's super important that you ask the question up front, that if there's no one that's launched already. So if everyone here has launched, that's great, but you still can benefit from going back through this and making sure that when you're walking through with your newest person, that they're catching all the details, because like we always say, the devil is in the details. And so two things that I would say, like for us to do right now, we just had a great training with Cindy and Lindsay about the kind of doing the daily do's, right? And the engagement sandwich is a game changer, right? So from the first post for the rest of your time, from now on, you need to do the engagement sandwich. So I want everybody to make sure that this is a part of your daily DMO, and whether you're on, Facebook with your pin post, or you're doing a regular post, even if you're just doing a personal post, it's so important to do the engagement sandwich. And if I'm talking to you, James, and you're my brand new brand partner, I'm going to be encouraging you on day one to, after you watch the video, I'm going to still talk to you, and I'm going to say, okay, let's go through this together. Let's make your pin post from the boards, pick your drops or business, and then we're going to go through, and I'm going to show them how we do the engagement sandwich by going through their friends or people on their Facebook and liking and commenting and engaging. And now the latest is that you need to have at least 5 words for the comment. Don't just do an emoji, right? So James, I'm talking to you. You're my new brand partner. Let's go. You pin your first post, and I'm saying, you know what? Make sure that you go before you pin it, before you hit post, go through and like and comment on not just 10 friends' feeds, so meaning their Facebook posts, but also their stories. And I think someone in the chat is asking, well, what if I see the same people all the time? As a business owner, it's our job to go through and try to manage that. So I don't want to see a lot of, I love you all, but partner code brand partners, right? I'm going to be looking for people that I know that I haven't engaged with, or people that maybe, I've seen them liking my posts, people that have, got stuff going on, people I've just met from groups. So you're always going to be doing 2 things behind the scenes, right? You're going to be adding new people from groups, people that you meet out in the real world, IRL, right, in real life. And you're always going to be looking for friends intentionally. And also, guess what? Just like our posts are public, you will find the public people in the stories, people who post public stories that you can like and comment. Now you're creating new engagement, right? You don't know these people, as well as in your feed. There's going to be some posts that are public as well. Hope that answered that question.
The big thing, the algorithm, and that's why the launch week is so important. The engagement sandwich is important. So if you haven't launched yet, let us know. Once again, I do see some newer partners, so welcome to the family. Super excited to have you. But you want to have that pinned post that's up there, your color block Facebook post. But it doesn't just magically do things by itself. You have to work it. And the way to work it is social media is a social platform. So it benefits you, it rewards you by being social. So you find 10 people that you want to engage with on their post, you like and comment, and you can find them in your friends list. You can search through your feed, you can look throughout, and then you intentionally find 10 other people through the stories, make your post, and then you sandwich it back with 10 and 10 once again. You do that, you give it like a week or two, you literally see different people on your feed, and they see you on their feed as well too. So do a little kind of mental note today and think, all right, do I see new people every day on my feed? If so, congratulations, you're on the right place. If not, then your homework is every day, start doing this engagement and everything. Okay, Pia, awesome. Let me know if you can hear me still.
Yes, I'm still here.
Wonderful. Okay. Sounds good. So the engagement sandwich is super key. Okay. Does anyone have any questions at this point so far, by the way? Feel free to unmute or put it in the chat as well too. I figure there's this is a good opportunity. So I love that question there. Okay.
Too.
Joanne.
On the engagement sandwich, when I'm doing the stories, they said something about you can find new people from your stories, not from the internet or not from Facebook or the feed, but there's a way to find new people from your stories. How do you
I'm
do that? Pia, you have
I'm
any
not
idea?
Pia, do you know what Joanne's referring to?
Yeah, and it's you just got to keep scrolling through the stories. So,
Okay.
you
Okay,
know,
because
when you start looking at the stories, you probably see a lot of the people that you normally engage with first. But if you keep going, you'll start seeing people like I did. I'm doing a lot more now, but quite a few. You just got to keep scrolling. There's so many stories there. And there is a way that you can search stories. I think Becky showed us one time.
Mm.
But you just keep scrolling and you'll find people that you don't know. And then you know what another pro tip is, Joanne? I in the groups that I'm in, you know, you're not allowed to really promote or sell a lot in there. Yeah, Becky, you just scroll too. Okay. You what you can do is you can kind of like interact with people and then you go find them and then you see if they've got stories and post on their stuff. And so you kind of like I friended a lady in a self-care group and she actually is in Georgia and she actually does something with wellness, like she's massage and a wellness shop. So I'm like, she would be great. So I intentionally started interacting with her just from seeing her name in the group. I went and stalked her and now I'm engaging with her and now we're friends. But at first, she was just a random person that was in a group.
thanks. I'll try that one too. That's a good idea.
Some good question. Perfect. Pia, as we're going through the launch week, so number one is the engagement sandwich. And if you haven't gone through the launch week yet, that's your homework this week. Every day there's a bite-sized piece, 5-10 minute video, and we're going to teach you the little details and how this whole system comes together. So day one, we teach you the importance of the engagement sandwich. We teach you the pin post to lead with the drops, for example, to have people start coming into you. Day two, then we have a week of these 9 and 3 posts that start to get these drops out there. Any notes on that from you, Pia, as we're going through this first week?
Yeah, and just as a kudos to you guys, I love the fact that the system, it's really like it's your building blocks, right? So it's mastering these daily things, and then each day you'll notice in the launch week, it's designed to add one more thing. So that's why I was saying the devil's in the details. So just my tip on this is just to be mindful and don't just kind of like it's easy to skim through it and it's like, okay, yeah, it's saying doing the engagement sandwich again. But yes, but now you've already done your pin post. You're going to start going into the boards and you're going to start doing your 9 and 3 transformation posts. And my other tip on this as a new brand partner is please don't reinvent the wheel. Don't reinvent the wheel. The system is designed to work. The verbiage is designed to work. The pictures are designed to work, and there's a method to the madness of the order. So if I'm bringing in the brand new brand partner, it's like what Danielle Singh said the other day. It's like it's almost better if they've never done business like this before because they have a blank slate, right? So they don't try to be creative. So that's my tip for when you start posting at 9 and 3. Just copy. Yes, Eva, we can explain that again. Just copy the text as it is and the picture and post it at 9 and 3. It's already done for you guys. It's like the easiest system in the world. Just follow, copy paste. That's all you have to do. The engagement sandwich, James, in the chat, I see people are still, I guess, a little confused about what that means. Engagement means you're priming the pump or prepping the Facebook algorithm to make sure that it is recognizing your engagement with other people on Facebook. Because it is a social platform, if you don't go in and interact, and by engagement, we mean interact by commenting and liking their posts and their stories or 10 different people's posts and stories, that is called engagement. And what you're doing is you're telling Facebook, I want to be social. And then you post your post. So let's just say we're on day 2 now, and we're posting the 9 a.m. post after we've liked 10 posts of different friends or strangers on Facebook, and we've liked and commented on, stories. Post is the meat. The engagement is the bread, and that's how you get the sandwich, right? So think of it that way. You engage by liking and commenting, 10 and 10. Then your meat is the post, your post, and then the other piece of bread is the second 10 and 10. So now you're going to go back in again and do like and comment, and you will get into the rhythm. If you're not already of doing this, you should get into the rhythm of doing this every single day, at least twice a day, if not more, because if you're posting more than 9 and 3, which you should be, because success loves speed and we want results. You need to make sure that you're doing the sandwich every time, because that's just going to make sure, Eva, that more eyeballs get on that post. It's going to make sure that Facebook algorithm is going to make sure that they're showing people who you're engaging with. They're rewarding you, number one, because they're like, oh, she's being social on a social media platform. And then also they're going to make sure that you get seen by the other people who you've been engaging with. Does that put a yes in the comment if you understand, and that makes more sense.
It's a big deal. This stuff really works. I'd love to call on Sherry here, and as we go through this, I hope you're doing a checklist. Am I doing this? Am I doing that? Am I doing that? We're just doing a spot check today. But Sherry, you came on early and you said that, how far are you into 10 and 2 now?
Halfway to 10 and 2.
You're halfway in. How long have you been how long have you been working your business, would you say?
Really putting forth the effort. About 2 weeks.
2 weeks. My gosh. And
yeah, I'm still getting there. I keep going back over things to get it to really drill it in. So I keep going back to day one and keep reading and watching videos. But I'm having people coming out of the woodwork asking me questions, and I'm putting them all into the machine. I'm getting the 360 Wellness 360 responses. And then how do I say this? I kind of just keep feeding that machine, and then I keep kind of following up with the ones that say, yeah, I watched the video, what's next? I do that. And some people just want me to wait, and I just wait for them, and I keep working on other people.
Wow. How many people would you say in your 2 weeks? Congratulations, guys. That's the goal.
Thank you.
10 and 2 in a month. And if you keep on doing this month after month, like Pia's done it like 7 times, for example. But if you do it month after month and you do it, you can build a business that can scale to 6 figures even in 6 months, right? So Sherry, you're on track right now, which is amazing on that.
I know.
How many people would you say, as you've been posting and you've been following this system, you've been posting your stuff, how many people would you say have expressed interest in more information, if you were to guess?
20.
20. So think about this, guys. 20 people expressed interest in the last 2 weeks. You're halfway to 10 and 2. So that's at least like 6 people are getting started, basically. That's not too shabby there. And people are coming back to you saying, how do I get started? Come on.
Yep. I sent out the link to the drops, and all of a sudden I had a couple of people just at order, not even, okay, I'm ready to order. What do I do? No, they just came back and I ordered today. Can't wait for my drops. So that was a surprise to me.
Come on. There we go. That's exactly how this works. Sherry, congratulations. Early congratulations. I know. You can tell Sherry's I can't believe this is happening. This is
I can't. I have done so many businesses. I've tried every diet. I've done so many things in my lifetime. I'm almost 60, dare I say. I'm a year shy of 60, and I've never had anything that has gone so easily like this in any of my previous businesses ever.
We're so proud of you. It's all the details, like what Dr. Pia is saying. Thanks, Sherry, for sharing that. And as you go through, so day one, you have your pin post, right? So if you have not gotten a pin post up yet, take a note, be like, I need to do that next, right? Day 2, okay, now you're going through the engagement sandwich, you're putting your 9 and 3 post out, and let's go through these scripts. So Pia, as people are starting to engage, I know the big question is, well, how do I talk to them? And there's many different ways to get people started. We're not saying this is the only way to do it, but we have put together a systematic way of a flow of communication in our message scripts. And it's a duplicatable way. Like this stuff works. So walk us through, let's say most people are leading with the drops here. Can you walk us through some of these scripts and like, what's the psychology behind this? Like, let's say I'm tempted, Pia, when someone asks me questions on what the drops, you know what I typically would want to do? I'd want to try to explain the product and try to be the expert and just like vomit on them. So
yeah, that's a bad idea.
bad idea.
Don't do that.
Okay.
Less is more, you guys. Less is more. And no one likes to be vomited on. So what you're going to do is you're going to, again, you're just going to copy and paste. And so let's pretend James just messaged me and like, hey, what are these drops? My go-to is like dropped posts but didn't comment. Like that's my favorite one. Like, you know, were you interested in supporting or you just interested in more info? And so that's usually where I start when I've just got a like or a comment. But if you already said, I want information on the drops, then that's a 1B, right? That's a 1B. And that's this one. Thanks for asking for more info on the drops. They go under your tongue, right? It's enough of an explanation, guys, that they get the gist of it, but you're not going through methylated B12 and ashwagandha. Like you're not giving them, you're not trying to be the Dr. Strand, right? You're just giving them enough information so they understand, okay, they're hormone balancing. It's not a shot, right? It's not a pill. It's not a belly juice, right? And this is what it does. And then you're getting them a link that has the video that explains with Dr. Crystal and James, as well as this is important, the logic behind the question. You always want to have a leading question because then it makes follow-up a lot easier when you say, when do you think you'll be able to view the video by? Why? Because I'm excited to see what you think. You know, I always say, you know, can't wait to hear your thoughts. When do you think you'll be able to finish the video by? I can't wait to hear. So it's copy paste. Don't change too much, but if you need to put it in your tone of voice, do that. But this is my go-to, no matter who it is, no matter how much I know about the drops. I don't lead with that. So if that makes sense.
It's huge. And to give this, I want you guys to understand not just the what to do, but the why. That's why you're on here today, right? Who here doesn't just want to get customers and partners yourself, but you want a duplicating, scaling business global, right? Like that pays you while you're sleeping. Like Pia, I want 8 customers overnight. That's what I'm talking about. So it's successful people know not just how to do it, they know why to do it. So see what you're doing. You're priming the pump with your social media algorithm. You're getting people's interest. You're now funneling them into this. And this is what we call the machine. The machine is just a link. Okay. It's specifically the wellness360.community link like that. You want to get them in this information because once they put it in here, what's going to happen is they're now in our system that they're going to get dripped on. We have a 14-day email sequence that gets dripped onto them. And I've seen time and time again, because people might not catch it the first time, they might catch it 5 times later. Who here, by the way, has ever had a conversation with someone and you were saying that you were going to do something? Hey, let's go get coffee. Hey, we should hang out sometime. Hey, let's go to a movie. You seriously meant it, but you honestly forgot. Has anyone here ever been like that before? I do that all the time. Like every day, I need people to follow up on me because I forget what I talk about all the time, right? So it's typically people don't respond not because they don't like what you have. They honestly forget to respond because they just forget to respond because we're human beings and we have so much stuff going on. So when they're in the machine, they now get dripped on every single day. So imagine they open their inbox and they see from Wellness 360, from Wellness 360, from Wellness 360. And if Pia's the one that invited me, I'm like, oh yeah, Pia told me about this. And what Pia's going to do as she's continuing to engage with her launch days, she's continuing to go through the engagement sandwich. She's continuing to love on me as a person, follow up on the friendship and the fellowship. I remember, I'm like, oh yeah, Pia, we were talking about those drops. What are those? And then it allows people to start to open up to you a lot more. So you get them into this and be sure to go through this. Who here has actually gone through this link, you've kind of clicked on everything, you've scrolled down and you've like looked around, right? Put a me in the comments below if you haven't, right? If you have not, I'd encourage you to do that. You'll learn a lot, by the way. You'll become somewhat of an expert just by doing that. But you get the psychology. So you watch this video and now you're like, oh, this is actually legit. Wow, there's like doctors that talk about this. Wow, there's like this drop looks kind of cool. And then we're going to come back and it goes into the next parts of the message script. So Pia, I come back to you and I'm like, hey, I watched the video. And then the next part of this script is this one. So walk us through these next steps then. I came back to you, Pia.
Yes, and I love it when they come back to me, because then if you don't come back to me, I'm coming back to you anyway. But when you come back to me and say you've watched the video, I'm like, awesome. Were you more interested in the skinny drop results or weight loss or income earning potential or both? That's what the script says. So that's an easy way, because guess what? If they've actually watched the video, the first 5 minutes, as you guys know, is the product and the rest of it is the business opportunity. So if you've piqued their interest enough, regardless of the reason of why they clicked on your post or why why they asked for info, right? It could have been a product post or not. They're going to be exposed to the product and the opportunity, because what do we do here? We share the product and we share the opportunity and we build to events. That's our job. So now you've exposed them to both in one video. So they're going to come back with, okay, James is like, I need to lose 20 pounds. I'm actually more interested in the drops.
Mm-hmm. And what's great now is when they do that, who here would love it if someone's just a customer, they don't just buy one product, but even two, right? Like, and you want to double your residual. This was a recent addition we made because of the new Renew. By the way, has anyone here got it yet? The new Renew in hand? I saw Joanne's. Pia, you got it already?
Yes. Loved it.
Man, what's your take on it? How did you feel? Or what was your first impressions?
I loved Renew before. I was hooked on it before because I can't sleep without it. And the taste wasn't great, but it didn't bother me. Whereas I would give it to people, even my husband, he's like, I will not drink that. So I was so pleasantly surprised because the smell is so good. It smells very fragrant and it tastes like candy, or it tastes like Kool-Aid, or like everybody's saying. It really does. It's very light. It's fruity. It's refreshing. That's my word. So 10 out of 10, hands down, they did the thing with the new Renew. They knocked it out the park.
Yes, this one's so good. Tammy said it's her evening sweet tart. So it's something that when people try it, they're going to want to keep on using it, basically. Okay. Who here is here because you want freedom, by the way? You want residual income, money to get right. You want to get them hooked onto the drops are great and you can use it every month, but a lot of people cycle on and off, right? Their mindset is let me lose weight or let me feel better and then I'll kind of get off of it. Renew, you're on that for forever. Like I'm on that for forever. Like I can't wait to go to bed to drink my Renew, basically, right? So what's great here is when you follow the scripts, this will then talk about, are you interested in just weight loss or are there other health concerns? And this allows you then to introduce them and to do an upsell of the duo or the drops and the Renew. So as you just go through these, I'm not going to read through all of them today, but just know there's a psychology and there's a flow to why the scripts are the way that they do. And if you follow them, then you're going to see how you're going to get more sales, more residual, easier launching, and easier scaling with all these above. All right.
Can I add something to that,
Yes,
James?
please. I was about to ask you. Perfect.
When you say, are there any other health concerns, regardless of what they say, even if they say no, you can still upsell them. Because regardless of what they say, most people are probably going to say something like, I have a horrible time sleeping, or, whatever that it is. And so you can obviously upsell to the Renew that way. But even if they just say, I just want to lose weight, you know what? You're going to want to try the Renew along with the skinny drops, because they're what we're calling the dynamic duo, right? These drops with the Renew product, because what does Renew do? It's going to help you reduce body fat and increase your metabolism. And so you're going to need that. It's like a double whammy for weight loss. How much weight did you say you had to lose? See, I ad lib right now because I'm talking live, but I really do follow the script. I just am very intentional about trying to do that. And then I always ask how much weight they want to lose, because I want to know if I'm selling them a 4-pack and making them a brand partner.
Ooh.
Or if I'm just going to sell them the drops and the renew. I need to know if I'm sending you a brand partner link, a duo link, right? Because I'm starting at the top. Did you ever know in sales that, you know, that's what they all, you know, the best salesperson, and I'm not like, I sold real estate. Real estate is a hard thing to sell because it's the biggest purchase most people make in their entire lives, right? But you always start with the highest priced item first that fits the person's need. You don't start out with, just the drops and then try to upsell from there. I don't. That might be the hook, but I'm going to go for, okay, you need to lose 30 pounds. 1 box of drops isn't going to do it. This is also in the boards too, guys. When you talk about conversion, or if they say they can't afford it, right, you can tell them a way that they can get a box for free. There's all scripts all through the boards that you can help to get yourself, and you don't have to know this off the top of your head. You just have to go to the boards and find it.
That's
it's a
the
conversation.
Key. Yes. Who here would love Dr. Pia to sell for you, by the way? Right? If you go through the boards, it's literally Dr. Pia selling for you, because it's the same psychology, So that's a big one. Can you speak more to that? How do you take them from initial inquiry to partner impacts? I thought it was good to get them to order monthly. So there's a couple ways to do that. That's a really good question. So what Pia is saying is, one way you could do it is, if you know that they need to lose a good amount of weight, and they're not just going to buy one, let's say I need to lose 50 pounds. Pia, when I say 50 pounds, how many months of drops do you think I should probably get?
4.
Okay. So if you're getting 4 sets,
well, you're a man, so maybe you could get away with 3, but like 4.
Yeah. So right. If it's 4, at that point, they're getting enough PV to consider being a partner. There's also bulk packs, like a 4-pack. That's a really good deal as well, too, to do that. So that's when you might make that direction, be like, there's a way to partner with the company. You can get an extra discount. You can share and refer and even earn some referral credit, get your product paid for even. You're going to need multiple months. Would you be open to that option? And they're going to be like, well, if I can save money and I'm going to use this anyway, and if I get results, I'm going to share it. Why not? So that opens them up to that question. And that is actually in our conversion script. Basically, week 2 of first win, this is a similar type of upsell question to talk to them about being a brand partner. Any notes on that, Pia?
Yeah, I was going to say, and also in addition to getting that PV more upfront and having them as a brand partner, you still will, if they want to make commission, like at some point they might just start for the discount, but if they want to be commission eligible, they're going to need a subscription also. So you do have the recurring residual income. It's just that they're getting they know they're going to be using these drops, or like women who say they want them for hormones, or they have like a whole lot of weight. Like you just know they're going to be either on a subscription, or they need to go ahead and order a 4 or a 10-pack because they're going to get it at such a better price. But, that's kind of discretion, to them, what's in the budget and that type of thing. But remember, if they're going to be a brand partner that wants to be commission eligible, they're going to have a subscription anyway. So you still get that. I try to focus on all of that, making sure that they're hitting all the points. I don't just want the upfront PV hit and a brand partner. I want them to be on subscription as well.
Well said. Perfect. And Jody, by the way, just got her first customer of many. Congratulations. Going through the launch. Super, super proud of you. It's the way to do it. And yeah, so here's the mindset, guys. What we all want in this business, I don't know if you guys would agree with me or not. Let me know. But when I got introduced, this is what I thought. I need to find 2 superstars and I'm making 6 figures.
Oh, sorry.
Right? I mean, come on, that's like the mindset, right? So the question is, how do you find the 2? Because that's how this compensation plan works. If you find 2 strong leaders that are making 6 figures in your business, you make 6 figures plus in your business, right? So the better way to think about that, yes, you should be looking and scouting, and of course we can enroll and all that. But I look at this as a reverse pipeline. It's like an upside down pyramid. They say this one of them pyramid things. It's actually an upside down pyramid thing. So the big pipeline on the top is most people, there's more people interested in feeling better, looking good, losing weight, anti-aging than there are that want to make money, typically. So I'm going to start with customers. But every customer, you can tell Pia's intention is, how do I serve them and help them get so excited that they eventually want to become a partner as well too and share this. And then as they start sharing it, maybe they'll make a couple $100 and maybe they'll love the environment. Maybe they'll come to a call like this and then they see the vision and they're like, wow, this can be something huge. Pia was introduced to this first. And Pia, how long did you have a box of drops sitting in your closet before you used them?
I don't believe Angie, but she says 2 years. I refuse to believe, almost a year and a half, whatever it is. She's been here 2 years. It was like a year and a half because a long time. I just didn't, I was supporting my friend and I didn't know, whatever that it was until I needed it and I was struggling. And then she said, hey, you've got something that can help you.
And then you use the product. And then how long was it that you used the product before you were like, wow, I can do this as a business?
Well, I did it for 3 months and I got great results and I was happy to share the results with people, but I was still like, I'm not going to do that though. Like, I'll just let you guys share my picture and like, be a good testimonial. And it was a couple more months. So I was started June 1st, let's say, of last year. I got results by September and I started coming to meetings and she re-onboarded me November, the beginning of November.
There we go.
Yeah.
Wow.
There you go.
So guys, who here
that's
would...
a convoluted answer. Sorry.
No, it's great. No, this is because this is the reality of things, right? Because I think sometimes we think, or I thought at least, how are all these people just recruiting these amazing people all the time? And here I am, and it's like I'm trying to strike two sticks in a match and trying to make a campfire, The reality is there's a process. Okay, type that in the chat. It's a process. There's a process. There's a method to the madness. But I'm curious if anyone would love a Dr. Pia Washington, vice president for now, very soon to change. I already know. 7 times 10 and 2 qualified. That means she's enrolled at least 70 customers, at least 14 new brand partners, a lot more than that. I'm sure we would all love to have a Pia in your team, right? Pia was a 2-year process. In introduction, she bought the product. She didn't really use it. And then a year and a half later, she used the product, was a consumer for 3 months. And then she kind of shared it here and there for another 3 months. And then Angie had to sit down and was like, girl, we're doing this. And now look at her, So it's important to understand that. But the way to do that is, I know with an Angie, for example, she has had many people she's talked to. You want to fill the pipeline with more and more people. It's about marketing and visibility. So if you think about the long run, if you think about more exposure, that's why we're going through these systems and these frameworks so that you can go through it faster, right? That's really the big key right there. Pia, any other notes on that?
No, but it is really important that you talk about, I like to reinforce the pipeline and the funnel, right? Because that is the whole point of what we're doing every day. If you think you're just like, wasting your time sometimes with the 9 and 3 posts, or you don't feel like you're getting the engagement back that you're giving, stay consistent. That's my biggest tip, because people are still seeing your posts. They're like, if Angie had stopped posting, and like given up on the drops, then maybe I wouldn't be here. Maybe I wouldn't have this story, right? So somebody out there, you're somebody's answer to prayer. And if you think about that, you're somebody's answer to prayer. I'm going to cry. And somebody needs you to share this with them to feel better. So I would encourage you guys to just keep doing the do and just fill in that pipeline with people who are seeing your posts, and you go back to them and you can see who saw your story, even if they didn't like a comment, and you can do the do, and you can just, hey, I see you, watching how did James get Cindy and Lindsay? Because he saw that they were looking at his posts and he said, hey, I see you like me looking at my posts. So it's just about continuing to do the do enough times and not like trying so hard to find that one person. You just need to just touch everybody. You just never know. You just never know who you're going to find.
Yes. Great point, Pia. Larry, I see your hand. How are you, brother? What I love about
he-
Larry, by the
yeah,
way, Larry takes full advantage. We have in our step one, if you're not taking advantage of our Warrior Movement Support Telegram chat, that's there where it's like a hotline for the entire organization. And what I really appreciate about you, Larry, is you're just willing to ask questions. There's no silly question, and you're learning and you're leaning in and everything. So congratulations on that.
Thank you.
How can we help, man?
So I've been involved in many things like many of you have, and I'm a realtor, and I heard what she said, and she's absolutely right. Today's been insane. But anyway, I got the drops. It hasn't been a week yet. So I don't really have any dramatic, things, but and I have a daughter that was asking some questions. So all I could tell her was, well, I personally, haven't had some great results yet. I haven't lost 8 pounds, but there are a couple of things I have noticed, even though I haven't, lost any weight, is I've lost here.
Oh, your chin.
Yeah, lost some chin.
You can't suck in chin fat, guys. That's
Right.
hard.
And because of some physical issues, I'm up using the bathroom a lot, so I don't sleep solid. But now I'm finding when I sleep better. So, but I was concerned about how much of this stuff to actually put out on my Facebook page because I've got real estate out there. I've got 2 or 3 other things out there, you just get it loaded down. But I did the first day with the posts and did the sandwich, which I'm also taught my wife to do that so she can use it for her Tupperware business.
Nice.
But anyway, so with the posts I shared, and then James suggested I put it out for the support group so they could, put some love on it. Then I got a comment from my daughter, she works in social services, and she said she was interested, so she wanted to know more about it. So I sent her a link for the drops, and so her comment to me was, and I forget how much you actually see in that initial video. I forget what's there. There's no prices, I don't think, right?
No prices, correct.
So she said to me, this was her comment. So how much is it? And how do I get the 15% off?
That's a good question.
And so now I'm gonna, because of this being new, I've got to think about how to answer that, the best way.
Yeah.
And I've ordered my renew, and I'm waiting for it to get here.
Yeah. Oh my
because,
God.
But so that's where we're at, but she wants to know how much is it and how do I get the 50% off? So because I don't remember what was on that page exactly.
Right.
I wasn't really positive of what to answer her.
I got you. I got you. First of all, congratulations. Guys, who here wants more of those questions? How much is it? That's a good question, right? So you're right there. Go to script number 5. It says send right after sending the purchase link. So you can, number 4A. So perfect. You're ready to try it. Here's the link to grab it. Send your link to the drops. So they'll see the pricing on the link.
And it'll just make a smart link for the drops.
Correct. Yep.
That's the only price she'll see.
That's the only, yep, exactly. And then you can tell her, well, it says in the script, you can subscribe and save 15% at the checkout. So there it is. Congrats. Sounds like you're about to get your first customer, Larry.
That's kind of where I started, except, and I talked to James, and I'll tell you the truth, I was not really looking at this for a business.
Yeah.
I just thought if the drops will work, I could drop another 60 pounds.
Yeah.
I dropped 60 on keto a couple of years ago. But but then when I put the post out there, I did get, the one comment from her.
Right.
So if there's one, there could be 2.
Exactly.
So we'll give it a shot.
Come on, Larry, that's what I'm talking about. Way to lead in. I love your story, brother. Absolutely. Tammy said it right. Almost none of us are looking for this. You're already on the right track. You're going to be dead to in no time. So let's keep on going through to go through these scripts. And one other thing, when you do get someone onboarded, it's not just selling the product and it's not just enrolling someone, it's getting them engaged, right? Getting them immersed into the environment, because a happy customer will lead you to a residual customer. A happy customer will lead you to a brand partner. A happy brand partner will lead you to, I mean, you're one person away from a major change in your business. So like when you go to the week 0, this is the onboarding process for a customer. It gets them into our community group. It gets them into the how to take the product and everything. And it might not answer all their questions. They might have some more for you, but it'll answer 80, 90% of them. So you
And
can
then
move.
after she buys the drops?
Yeah, after she buys the drops. Exactly. Yep. You got it. So you're going to get there very soon. Awesome. All right. So let me go through these 7 days as well, too, as you're going through the launch. We talked about the 9 and 3 posts. Now you're starting to market. After that, you then want to start to also include a personal post. It's important that you don't become a drops like billboard. That's not our goal. People buy you. So post about your family, your faith, like the things that matter to you. You want to interweave that into your brand, So on what Larry's saying, you can post about other stuff, right? If you're involved in real estate, post about real estate, post about you, post about the things that matter to you so they get to know you. People buy from people that they like, know, and trust. And then you're continuing to do the engagement sandwich. You're continuing to do the post. From there, day number 4 in the launch series, we talk about sharing your transformation photos also into your stories. I love what Angie Bloom Hewitt says. She says that if you don't have your stories open, your store's not open. So when you have it in your stories, so you can see who's watching you. I get a lot of my customers from here because they might not like, but they lurk, and you can see who views your stories, and then you can open up a conversation with them. That's how Lindsay Yoakum got started, and that's how we're training this right now. Pia, anything on these last points?
No, but you don't want to get caught with your store closed if you're on Angie's team.
Oh my gosh.
That's all I got to say about that.
Okay, don't be scared. I can't take it no more.
I don't want to get caught with my store closed, but just think about it. Like you said, I mean, it makes so much sense, Angelo. It's perfect. It's like, if you're treating this like a real business, you want to make sure that at all point in time that there's something that someone can see, and they're not always going through the feed. They're hanging out in the stories, or they're not looking, at what you're doing. They will see your stories. They will see something. And it's just exposure.
That's the key. To share it to your story, very simple. Whenever you have a post, and these are in the launch video, there's a demo there. But if you go to your post, let's say I did this one, you can press share, and then you just press share to your story, and boom, it's there. Super simple, and you're good. All right. So you're sharing it to your stories. You have your posts that are out there. Day number 5, we then talk about, like, this is a day that, like, Larry can post his non-scale victories. Those are big. Scale is just a part of the game, right? To sleep better. How many people wouldn't mind sleeping better or getting their neck fat to go in more, right? So that you want to share your experience, personal experience on the product. You want to share maybe even a business win. I just got started in it. Like, Sherry's testimonial was so great. If I were Sherry, I'd be like, I've been involved in a lot of business in my life, and never has it been this simple to get promoted or make my first paycheck. Like, wow. If you just shared something like that, so many people come out of the woodwork. They're like, wait, what business is this? Because a lot of people have tried a lot of different things and it did not work. Stacy, that was my personal Facebook page that I was just on right there. Yeah, Pia said, Pastor Larry, you can post a before and after of your face close up to see the difference in your neck. Ooh, neck post. There we go. I love it. Perfect. So you have those. Day 6, the final part to this launch week, we then talk to you about invitation. We talked to you about outreaching to new people. There's still something powerful about attraction, of course, but also action. When you just message somebody, and if you've been engaging with people, if you've been building relationships, you're going to have natural ways to then invite somebody. So I'm going to go up, and I remember, Pia, when you were getting started, I challenged you to do this invitation, and you did it right away. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah, I do. That's why I do it all the time, because of that very first time, just like I do 10 and 2. It's like, this is what I'm supposed to do. So I do it every day. I do it all. I do more than 5, of course, because we don't let our minimums become our maximums. Yeah. But you have to do at least 5.
This is key. This is key. You reach out to 5 a day, and whether it's the business, you can do a business prospect invite, or it's the drops. And what we did is we basically took the color block post and we just put it into this, right? And if you've been talking to people, who hears people that, they're watching you, but they just don't ask you anything, right? It's like, just ask me already. Just ask me already. Well, you can ask for them, right? It's kind of like awkward. It's like sometimes people just don't want to ask out the date. So you do the asking for them, So Pia is random. I've been learning a lot about hormone health. I realize it's been the root of my weight and health issues. I found something where people are losing half a pound a day. I thought it could be interesting to you. Would you be open for some info? If not, no worries. Just thought I'd ask.
Can I give my tip? What I do? I don't know if it's appropriate or not, but
yeah,
it's just how my mindset is. I also more people will ask me about the drops, and then I feel like I am inviting more for the business. But here's the thing. I feel like if they made a comment about something, about, whatever that it is, like you said, health, people, if you just listen, and read on social media when you're doing your engagement sandwich, you will know who to send these invites to also, because people will say that they're broke, or somebody posted a meme about, oh my God, not only is it not Friday, it's not even Wednesday yet. Those people need to be invited to see the business opportunity. Right? People complaining about their weight or not being able to lose weight, or even just hot flashes or menopause, they need to be invited to hear about the drop. So kind of like listen for clues, and that makes that invite a lot easier and a lot less awkward.
Yeah, that's the key right there. It's an organic thing, right? You're not cold pitching people. You're not just spamming people. You're not doing door knocking, something like that. These, as it all builds onto each other, that's why the launch week is so key, is that everything builds upon each other. And by the end, you have a daily method of operation where you're exposing yourself, you're outreaching to people, you're responding to people back, you're having fun, you're building relationships and everything. And day 7, you'll wrap things up. And you can watch, there's a 6 figures in 6 months training, went over an academy a couple weeks ago. But you can see how this whole system works, right? So my challenge to everybody is, if you haven't gone through the launch week yet, spend this week and aim to get the launch week done. Do one thing every day, a little step every single day. Just lean into it. And I promise you, this system will work for you if you work the system, right? At the very least, I've pretty much almost seen nobody that's gone through all 7 days and not gotten a customer, like not got paid. But if you do it, it will lead you to success right there. Okay. So last thing is this. Next couple of days, we have a couple calls. Our Wellness 360 page is our prospect page. We're constantly just enveloping everyone in the best of the best. So we have opportunities for your prospects to come in. Tomorrow, we have the incredible health coach, Sherry Key, that's going to be coming on talking about Renew. So good opportunity to expose your people. And by the way, we email every single person in the machine and we promote this call to them. We also email and a replay of the calls to everyone as well too. So the more people you're adding in, the system's all working for you. And we also have a business one as well too. Jody said you're on day 4 of the launch week. You have 21 prospects, 1 buyer and 2 others confirming.
Let's go.
Come on.
Let's go.
What are you doing?
That's awesome.
Imagine what day 7 is going to be like. And Thursday is our business call. We have the great general manager of United States, Christine McKay. You want to get on with her. She's going to talk to us about everything that's been happening, how we've increased by 2,500% in drop sales in the last year, guys. So this is one to bring on you and your people together. It's going to be a lot of fun. Larry, do you have a question?
Yeah, just one real quick question. So when I was on my phone the other day, I did a couple of smart links.
Yeah.
Where do I find them in my office on my
That's a
PC?
good question. Yes. So when you're in your office, you go to the tab, there's a tab that says smart links. So you can go in there and then it'll have all the smart links you've ever made before.
I don't see it.
It should be right on the very main page. If you go to menu, and then it should be smart links in there.
It says,
yeah. Are you logged into your back office?
yeah, I see one place that says create a smart link.
It should say, I'll give you an example here.
It says shop, health and wellness, nutrition.
So here,
click on the office.
You have to be logged in. This is your office. So when you're on the main Partner Co site, go to office and it'll look like this. And then it says smart links. You can click on all your smart links there like that.
Oh, I see. Okay. So, oh, yeah, up to the menu on the left.
There we go. Yep. You got it. Perfect.
Yeah, it's just getting used to the website layout.
All good. I love Larry is going to be already is, but it's going to be one of our superstar stories, guys. I'm calling him right here. I can't wait. And so is everyone that's on this line. But team,
James.
we are, yeah, absolutely. We're so proud of you. Pia, any last message, last words?
Yeah. I got my stuff. I got my renew, but I didn't get my glass and my frother, and it came separately today.
Oh my gosh. Come
but
on.
no, this has been awesome. You guys go out there and continue to slay the day. Take advantage of the Renew Skinny Drops Duo, because that pricing is amazing, and it's a really good opportunity to get in front of all of your I'm getting in front of all of my existing 70 plus customers, letting them know about the new Renew.
Smart. Super smart. Thanks, Pia. Let's give Pia a big round of applause, guys. Thank you for all being on. Let's crush the rest of the week.